Back this week with the ukulele review for the mere mortals amongst us. Keep watching. Yes, hello, welcome back. It's GotAUkulele review day. As ever, the summary video review to accompany the full written review, which you'll find on the GotAUkulele website. Link to that below this video. Also some links down there to do what these people have done. My weekly thank you roundup. These are people who've donated, thrown me a tip, said thank you through the Patreon, buy me a coffee, that kind of thing. Thanks so much to those people. That is the only reason I can keep doing this. Their generosity knows no bounds, and I really, really appreciate it. You can help out too. You'll find some links below which will show you how to do that, and for nothing you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'd appreciate that too. That gets the subscriber count up and gets these videos more widely seen. Okay, I said at the beginning of the year I was going to do more ukulele reviews this year which are much more affordable. That doesn't mean I'm not going to do some high-end stuff, and I've had a couple of those recently, but we're going back down to the land of the mere mortals this week, and it's actually a brand I've looked at very recently. This is the Ohana PKT Pineapple Tenor, PKT-14 Pineapple Tenor. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I looked at a top-end Ohana from their fairly recent custom shop in California. It was an absolute dreamboat of a ukulele, just something else. But don't forget, the Kala have been around for a long time, like Kala have, and have been putting out reliable, well-made, very affordable instruments made in the Far East, and that's what one of these is. This is one of their affordable instruments, because this is an all-laminate instrument in a body style that I really like, which is the pineapple, which loses the waist. I'll come on to that when we talk about the tone, when we play it. But immediately looking at it, this is a classy looking instrument. So all laminate mahogany on the top, some really nice sort of stripy grain in that, same stripy grain in the sides. What I'm less pleased with is the back, which is a very different colour to the rest of it. Almost like, looks like a different wood. There's a bit of stripe in it, but nowhere near as good as the top. Okay, you don't see that when you're playing it against yourself. But why is it so different? I don't really know, but looking at it in these dimensions, I think it looks really attractive, and I do like pineapples. Yeah, it is attractive. When I took this out of the box, this has been loaned to me by World of Ukes, thank you to Matt Warnes. I genuinely wondered whether he'd sent me the wrong one, because this doesn't look like a laminate instrument, if that makes any sense. It looks like a very, very high-end instrument. This is a very, very thin laminate top, and I'll come on to that in a moment as well. But let's get through the rest of it. We have a tie bar bridge, specified by Ohana as hardwood, could be anything, so it's stained. It is very tidy, very, very smooth and tidy, and sort of shiny finished. Fitted with a bone straight-topped saddle. That's all very good. The decoration is sympathetic, it's classy, it's traditional. We've got black edge binding to the back and the top gets a black and white purfling strip as well. Around the sound hole, a simple cream rosette trimmed in black. That's very nice. It's finished in a satin, which is not quite so factory satin as some of these are. I mean, it actually really does sort of give it a really nice look to it. Really helps. It's almost a kind of semi-gloss satin, if that makes any sense. The top is really shimmery to me. It's very, very thin. It's very, very tidy. I can't find any issues with it at all. As I say, that sound hole top is very, very thin. I've been saying for some time that I will take a good laminate instrument over a poorly made solid instrument, and people ask me, what do you mean by good laminate instrument? What I mean is not those thick plywood mahalos and stuff like this. This is a good laminate instrument. You can see it's very, very thin pressed laminate wood on the top, Kaweah style, if you see what I mean. So I'm really liking this. Inside is extremely tidy, no notched linings, straight linings, very thin braces, but tidy in there, no issues at all. The neckwood isn't specified. That's also kind of yellowy like the back. There is a joint in the heel and headstock. They're pretty well hidden, not too bad. You can kind of see the one in the heel. Satin finished, not overly rounded up here, which is nice, and a 36mm nut width, 28 from G to A, just over 36. A little bit roomier than most, still a bit too skinny for me, but that's just me. No, it's perfectly all right. Yeah. The fingerboard, specified as more hardwood. What I don't like about the fingerboard, another colour mismatch, completely different colour to the bridge. things like that sort of jar with me. But it is very good condition. It looks well oiled. It's even in colour. Edge bound in some more wood so you don't see the fret ends. There are no sharp ends here to the frets whatsoever. 14 of those to the body, 19 in total. Usual pearly position dots at 5, 7, 10, 12 and 15. And you get side dots as well. So no real complaints with the neck. I'd like it a little bit wider, but it is actually on the slightly wider side. Bone nut, setup superb, but this came to me from Matt Warnes, who is meticulous with his setups. The Ohana headstock. I really have always liked the Ohana headstock, much more than Kala. I think it looks really classy. That's trimmed in the same way as the body. I've just always liked the Ohana headstock. I think it's always stood out to me as being one of the nicer ones in the bunch. The Ohana logo, silvery screen print on the top. The tuners look nice. The Ohana website lists these as Grover. They're not stamped Grover, so I'm not entirely sure that's correct, but they look like Grover, actually. They're very, very good quality with those sort of vintage style buttons. And it comes with nothing else but a set of ukulele strings, so there's no bag with it, which I think is an omission at this day and age, 2025. Most of the competition will offer you a bag now on much cheaper instruments than this one. So I think Ohana really should be pairing it with a bag, not least because it's a pineapple. This isn't going to fit in a regular tenor hard case. I'm not suggesting a hard case, I'm just suggesting a bag. So I think that's an omission, but it's not a lot of money. This is £155. No, it's not a lot of money. Yeah, you can go cheaper, of course you can. You can go to Amazon and get something that's not been set up very well. But this is from World of Ukes, who you trust implicitly. 155 quid. Not bad at all on the value for money, bar the fact it doesn't have a bag with it. As you can see, I really rather like it. I'm finding very little wrong here. Colour mismatches on the wood. Now that might just be this example, remember that. Colour mismatches on the wood, might just be this example. But the finish is great. I love the shimmery look, and it's only mahogany, remember, but I think the top looks great. It looks classy, the decoration's not ostentatious. It's very well built. It's really light for a tenor, 585 grams, balances really nicely. Yeah, now pineapple shapes. I said I was going to talk about that with the tone. You lose the waist, and what I find they do is they boost the mids, the middle, and fatten the sound out of any instrument. With a soprano, that can make what would ordinarily be a very nasally, thin-sounding soprano sound a lot fuller. Kamaka's first instruments were pineapples. On a tenor, yeah, you've already got a bit more of that breadth because it's a much bigger instrument, but on a tenor that's made of laminate, I think the pineapple idea is a good one because it might just sort of give a bit more character to that tone. I've been playing this quite a bit actually, so the strings should hold, but still, strobe tuner to ensure that the review is accurate. I like that. First of all, the basics. Volume, great. That sustain's really good as well. Yeah? That's a nice clear tone. Yeah, not too bright, not too dark, pretty balanced. It's got a bit of a laminate edge to the tone, that sort of echo that you can get with laminate, but actually far better than a lot of laminates I've played, a lot better. Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, that's alright, I really do like that. Ready? This is a bit of a no-brainer, I think. Look, I'm not going to get ahead of myself. No, it doesn't sound like a £1,000 instrument, but it's not a £1,000 instrument. It's £155. Really well built, nice looking thing. One or two little things that jar with me. Nice looking thing. That neck I'm finding much more comfortable than I thought it would be. Very, very good finish. Great volume, good sustain, and a very clear, not coloured tone. A hugely exciting tone, but far better than a lot of cheap instruments and the Amazon junk that's out there. Another one that goes on my list that demonstrates what I mean when I say a good laminate, because this is a very good laminate instrument, very, very competent. In fact, as I say, I still, when I looked at it first time, I thought, has he sent me a laminate? I'm sure this is a solid one. No, it's a laminate. This is very, very good. The Ohana PKT-14 Pineapple Tenor from Ohana, 155. Yeah. Gets a good recommendation from me. Thank you very much, Matt, for letting me have a borrow of this one. Right. GotAUkulele is now away for 2 weeks. My wife has a fairly big birthday coming up, so we're doing some nice things together. So I'm not here now until mid-March, where the diary is then full again for a while. So a little bit of a break. Thank you for your support in the meantime, and I hope you take care of yourselves over the next fortnight. Enjoy yourselves. I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.